Hello, today I'm going to show you how to Nuno felt a triangle scarf containing silk and alpaca wool, or it will work with merino. The materials you need are margolin silk, pre-felt scraps, some curly locks, sari waist, silk fibres, threads and wool yarn. Lay these all out, get these items ready. When you've done that, lay out your bubble wrap. Lay out your bubble wrap on your table with the bubble side down and mark out a triangle 90 by 60 by 60. This will be your outline in order to lay out your wool. You're then going to lay out your silk layer. You might have to wet it to get it to hold the shape as you stretch it. Then you're going to put one layer of alpaca or merino wool. Either type wool will be useful. Once you've done the first layer in shingles and you've got a nice covering, then you can lay out your design using the various items you have assembled. Randomly, or whatever design you like, you can curl bits of wool, put up scraps of pre-felt that you can just chop up into random size pieces, or you could just use complete wool without any covering at all if you wanted a plain scarf. Perhaps using a wool with 2 or 3 different blended fibres to it. Any items that you think may not felt, cover them with a thin layer of alpaca or merino over the top just to hold them to the design. Keep working on your design until you're happy, and then when you're happy, you're going to cover the finished design with netting and then proceed to wetting out with warm, soapy water in a bottle with holes in order to shake over your work. You shake over, get it completely wet, squeezing out all the air that's in the work. And then you can use your hands or a moulie to felt the wool. Lots of soap, keep the water warm, keep working on it, making sure that you're felting the fibres so all the scales on the wool join together. When you're finished this section, then you move on to rolling. You roll it up in the bubble wrap, the bubble side against the wool, then in a towel to stop it slipping. Then you roll 100 times, and then you'll need to unroll it, check that it hasn't stuck, and rewrap it and roll at least another 100. You carry on doing this for at least 400 rolls, 100 at a time, unwrapping and checking your work. When you finish that and you feel that the piece has firmed together, then you can then continue rolling more if you still feel it's coming apart and the felt is lifting from the design. If you feel that you've got that completed, then you can continue then to what we call palming it, where you can put it between your 2 palms with the soap, lifting it up, rubbing it from side to side, and just fulling it and felting it slightly more. You carry on doing this until the item has shrunk to your desired size, which will be about 25 to 35% of your original size that you taped out on the table. Be careful not to get too much distortion of the shape, so keep pulling the edges into shape, and if necessary, roll up again if you want to put the bubble wrap inside and give it another 100 rolls in each direction. When you've completed this to your satisfaction, you can shock it by throwing it down on top of the bubble wrap, again unravelling it and stretching it, and keep rolling it. Continue doing this as much as possible, otherwise you'll end up with a very fluffy scarf, and you also want to make sure it's quite hard wearing and will last, and none of the design will drop off. When you're happy with that, then you're going to rinse this out in some warm clear water, and then rinse it out in cold clear water. You can put a little bit of a teaspoonful of vinegar in with it just to restore the pH of the wool, and there you have it. Then you can iron it and dry it, and it will look beautiful. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel.